Let's set it up for the people who don't know. They went to sleep early last night. They don't know what happened. They haven't talked to anybody. They don't know anything. All right. So the Knicks play at the Lakers. Big game. TNT game. All the luminaries are out. All the legends are out for Dan Le Batard, right? A fan captures video of, in the middle of the game, LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith about, well, let's try to read lips, right?
Definitely shaking the head.
If we try to read lips, it
doesn't look like a happy exchange.
Well, it's not a happy exchange, but specifically, it seems to be about something, don't talk about my son.
Is that what you see?
Oh, wow.
So the internet, the best that they can deduce, the lip syncing quotes that they've pieced together is, I'm going to tell you, bro, one time, keep my son out of this bleep, bro.
Is that Scotty Brooks in the background just chewing gum, by the way? Look at him right there.
Yeah. Just checking it
Might
out.
as well be popcorn.
What's going to happen here? Oh, nothing.
I mean, I don't want to just rip LeBron, but Bronny is a G League NBA player.
Well, let's get
like,
a little bit of context
why are we
here.
keeping anyone out of this that is in the league?
But we believe, because this is what we believe happened, at least the internet sleuths, is that during one of his podcasts, Stephen A., in the visual portion of the podcast, they're playing clips of Bronny just being bad. And they're not really talking about that necessarily. They're just playing clips of Bronny being bad, which is kind of what the internet is these days. It's clips of Bronny being bad.
That's just a producer.
And right. So it might not be Stephen A.'s fault, but he's getting this message across in a very public way to Stephen A. directly and storming off.
So
I don't control the B-roll.
It's the Chris Cody of the Stephen A. Smith show who's doing this? He's just pushing buttons?
I mean, I just don't think that, Dan is not selecting the clips we have on B-roll over when he's talking. Like, sometimes they are...
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know about that, Jim. There's been a lot of times he selected a lot of the B-roll.
So
like yesterday.
It's kind of like
And the
the
day
man
before that.
have it in the corner.
But there's that one time where he's like, I didn't want that on there. That could have happened.
So the Stephen A. Smith tweet is, we're still calling them tweets, even though it's on X, right?
Do me a favor. When you're done reading it, text it to me so I can read it.
No, how about that?
Oh,
No.
Oh,
We don't need redundancies here.
Oh.
I'm just going to text it to you right now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But basically, Stephen A. Smith has been ridiculing Bronny while we're waiting for this tweet to come in. The question is what Chris said, which is, if he's in the league, which he is, isn't he fair game? Like, could he have told Stephen A. Smith, hey, stop talking about Gabe Vincent? Could he have done that? Would that be a request? That
Perhaps
that's
Dalton
right?
Connect.
That's not one of those that LeBron does in front of everybody. That's one of those he does in the back hallway. Hey, take it easy on Dalton.
I texted you two things: squirrel pass Ole Jokinen turning into a panther.
Yeah, this is a terrifying look. This guy.
He does look like a cat, though. Like
Not as much
Ole
as,
Jokinen
not
looks
as
like a
much
cat?
as Sam Reinhart.
No.
Sam Reinhart looks like a panther. I'm telling you, pull up a picture of just Sam Reinhart without take his helmet off. I love when our friends mess up, huh? There's nothing better when our friends.
Did we get to you?
Greatest
Call them
comment.
Sam. What did I do earlier?
Bribes? No, not
We were
bribes.
having I was like, great Friday. God damn.
All right, that's
All right,
enough.
here we go.
That's enough.
Friday
Here we go,
bribes.
guys.
Okay.
This is what Stephen A. Smith tweeted verbatim. I didn't want to have to address this. I wouldn't have either had it not gone viral. Now, I have no choice. First take. First at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube. Some things just have to be said.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Some things just have to be said.
$100 million.
So, Tony, you do MMA Hangout.
I do.
No one heard it.
Coming up this Saturday, by the way.
Oh, where at?
New spot. American Social in Brickell. On the water. The boys are going to be out at MMA Hangout.
I like that place.
Come
right
on
there
now.
on the river.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be there, presented by Cuervo. New look, by the way. New everything. Brought to you by Cuervo. UFC 313. Very exciting.
So, whenever they have, there's the Cuervo bottle right there. Whenever they have the fight posters, right, for the big fights, they always have like a tagline. Every dog has his day or whatever. Tell me that this isn't a great tagline. Some things just have to be said. Ding, ding, ding.
It's like a Creed poster when he fights Jonathan Majors.
Absolutely.
Some things just need to be said.
Just need to be said.
Was this a favor for Stephen A. Smith then? Because, look, the whole thing about Bronny being criticized, like, Stephen A's not the only person that's doing it. It's not even the first person I think of.
Who's the first person you think of?
I just think of I think of this one dude's voice that it's just like Bronny's on fire. I don't know what he does, but he's just like, oh, there he is with the lay, and it's like a complete airball, and it's just hilarious. I don't know what it is, but that's the first person I think of. To me, like this whole Bronny gets bad publicity stuff, and he's being the dad, like. It's such kind of BS, like he's sort of selective protecting of him, because I remember back in the day, like I was trying to do a story on, this was maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago. Actually, no, he was so about 8 years ago. He was with Cleveland. I'm trying to do a story on players whose dads played in the NBA, and, trying to talk to them about how they raised them, whatever. And he was like, no, I don't want my son in the media like that.
His son is already an NBA player?
No.
At
Not
that
yet.
time. Okay.
This was at the time he was still coming up, and I was just like, well, wait a second. Like, first of all, I don't even have to talk to him. Just talk about how you raise him and you're thinking of it. But he definitely pushes him out there since then and has put him out there in the public eye more so than even I was.
So, Izzy, I have an example where I have an NBA player, retired NBA player, who confronted me about what I said about his son's contract. Mm-hmm. And, like, confronted me. Not like, hey, man, why are you saying that stuff? Like, ran up on me. And so then I sat there in the lobby of the JW Marriott in L.A. and I just said, like, yo, man, here's the deal. Like, I'm talking about this stuff from a contract standpoint, from a guy who worked for teams. And, like, when I broke it all down, he was kind of like, touche. It was like Ben Stiller in Dodgeball, right? He was like, okay. And then I proceeded to have the same conversation with him 2 more times, like in different places. One time All-Star Weekend and one time. And so I was like, wow, this dude's really overprotective of his son. Like, come on, he's a grown man. He's in the NBA, and he's not even a rookie. He's a guy who's on his second deal or whatever.
A very good guy is what would you say?
The current player or the older player?
The current player. So I can try and figure out who the dad is.
Like, okay.
I think it'll be pretty obvious.
A decent guy. Decent guy. Okay. Right?
Michael Thompson.
If he tells his name, we're going to try to figure it out.
That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. But Clay is too good to be okay.
Tim Hardaway Jr.?
But here's why I found out what the deal was. Because then I had a run-in with the son. And the son was decidedly not like the father. The father was like, and I was like, all right, man. The son was passive-aggressive and, like, whispering to people, like, oh, don't trust him. Like
kids these days.
We were in a social kind of setting, and he went around whispering to everybody, oh, hey, he's a reporter. I'm not a reporter. Everyone knows that. But it was like, whatever, man. And then I found out that later on in the night, after I went to a different place, he shows up with his people, and he was sitting behind me, and the whole time he was like gesturing and stuff. But then when I got up to go to the bathroom, it was like, oh,
wow, what a jerk Del Curry is. Who is the scariest NBA dad? Because me, Kenyon Martin would scare the hell out of me.
Kenyon Martin is up there. Kenyon Martin is definitely up there. I'm trying to think NBA dad. Michael Thompson is not up there. Michael Thompson is my buddy. He's
like J. Cole buddy? Or
my favorite.
Kind of buddy?
Michael Thompson's I call him right now.
Would he be at your funeral?
Wow.
Michael Thompson? Michael Thompson would be at my funeral. Michael Thompson. That's an OG right there, man. Clay wouldn't. I don't even know Clay thinks knows who I am.
Now I can't wait for you to die, because this is going to be like a front row.
Look, let me tell you something.
But you're a maybe, though, so you don't know if you're going to be there.
Yeah, no,
I'll let you know.
Just know, if me and Izzy go, we're going to be snickering like, he thought all these people were coming.
With this many people coming, like, there's going to be cameras there. Like, it's got to be televised.
No. We're no media. I've also written that in my will. No
it's like,
you have to sign like an NDA too?
There's J. Cole's flowers over there. He didn't make it.
Beetle sent flowers.
Yeah, Beetle will send me a cheese head in her like vision or whatever.